Okay. 56. How many are we supposed to have?
Adik, kakak hampir mati. Ya, kat dia kelas.
Okay. Shall we continue? Boleh ya? Okay. Alright. Tadi I tulis balik. Alright. Responsibility of in this case regard to the RPGT. Number one is that for both acquirer and disposer are required to submit written form. And that written form we call as a CKHT1 and CKHT2 within 60 days from the date of disposal. Number two is that the acquirer will have to withhold, namanya withhold 3% of disposal price and paid to Inland Revenue Board, right? So in other words, acquirer has paid 30,000 to RRB for the acquisition of the property. So what happened is that bila you submit to RRB, alright, RRB akan dapat return itu, dia akan check lah betul tak you punya acquisition price, disposal price, everything. Bila computation tu dah betul, then dia akan keluarkan satu clearance letter. Ya, clearance letter menunjukkan okay dah settle lah RPGT for that property, and then they come up with the how much is the tax liability. How much was the tax liability just now?
34,200.
Okay. Tax liability 34,000. Dapat ya? 280 ya? Okay. So it means that now, alright, when they have finalized that this is your tax liability, but this is the money that you have paid by the acquirer, right? So in other words, government, when you say withholding tax, maknanya kita kutip in advance lah. Alright, we will hold tax tu maknanya dah bayar pada RB 30,000. So then it means that in this case, disposer, because the 30,000 is less than the actual tax liability, then the disposer has to pay the balance only, 4,280. Right, rather than pay 34,282 Inland Revenue Board, the disposer only has to pay the balance 4,280. Why? Because 30,000 has been remitted by the acquirer, yeah, to Inland Revenue Board. So you only have to pay the balance. But assuming that, all right, what you have paid to the Inland Revenue Board is, for example, 50,000, yeah, but the actual tax liability is 34,000 only, then in that case, the balance will be given as a tax refund. To whom? Who should the money refunded to? To acquirer or disposer?
To acquirer.
Duit tu duit siapa?
Duit acquirer. Disposer.
Disposer.
Lagi sekali. Fikir balik. Alright, acquirer bayar 50,000 to Inland Revenue Board, but the actual tax rate is 34,000 only. So now the balance RB kita bayar balik pada disposer or the acquirer?
Acquirer.
Confident bagus. Confident level tu tinggi tapi salah. 50,000 ni sebenarnya duit siapa?
Duit acquirer.
Duit acquirer memanglah dia bayar pada disposer. Okay, harga tadi 1 million tau. Acquirer bayar pada disposer berapa? Dia bayar pada RIB dah 50,000 tau. Dia bayar pada ni dia bayar apa?
Dia bayar 950.
950 only. So sekarang ni balance duit dekat sini ni duit disposer bukan duit acquirer. Tahu tak? So what balance will be refunded to the disposer sebab actually duit disposer. disposer yang kena bayar tax liability, tapi kita collect in advance from the acquirer. So acquirer bayar pada disposer 97% only. Sebab the law required the acquirer to withhold 3% to indirect reward. So any excess from the 3% will be refunded direct to the disposer. Sebab itu dia sebenarnya. Tahu? Okay, so clear on that ya. Lagi sekali, kalau ada refund bukan pada acquirer, refund pada disposer because that money belongs to the disposer. Okay, so maknanya sekarang dia akan dapat balik lah daripada ni 950 ni campur lagi sikit lah. Balance from the tax liability. Yeah? So that covers question number 1. Any question for clarification?
No,
Ada?
understood.
So far, no problem.
Okay, good. Let's go to question number 2. Mr. Ahmad, Mr. Ahmad inherited a piece of estate land from his father. Ni daripada father tau. Kalau father ni dia ada kena dengan apa?
No gain, no loss.
Gain or loss inter vivo ya. Mr. Ahmad inherited a piece of land from father who passed away on 7 July 2016. The estate land was originally acquired by his father on 15 October 2011 for 750,000. In 2013, father incurred 60,000 on drainage and piping due to frequent flooding in the estate. The ownership of the land was transferred to Mr. Ahmad on 1st August when market value was 1.9 million. On 1st November 2017, Mr. Ahmad transferred the land to a company controlled by him, Prosperous Estate, for a consideration of 2 million ringgit. 2 million, betul lah ringgit. The consideration was satisfied by issuance of 1.8 million each of 1 ringgit each in PSB and cash of 200,000. PSB carried out improvement works at the estate by building palm oil processing mill costing 1.5 million. On 1st July, Ahmad sold shares in PSB for 5 million. November 1st, PSB sold the land and building to an unrelated company for a consideration of 6 million. Incidental expenses incurred in connection with the disposal were 80,000 and legal fees 25,000 ringgit. Okay. Ini memang soalan yang komprehensif, ya. Calculate the real property gains tax on the respective disposal by Mr. Ahmad and Prosperous Estate Sendian Berhad. So, siapa yang dah buat soalan ni? Nak bagi hadiah? Tak nak claim? Tak nak duit raya Tak ada yang buat lagi ke? Ke takut dah tengok soalan ni? So how to do this question? You kena faham. You ada Ahmad. Nak dapatkan angle dia tu. Okay. Ahmad to PESB. And PSB later to third party. Alright. And Ahmad get that from the father. Mana? And then on top of that, your punya lecture pakai apa? Ada pakai whiteboard macam ni tak? Okay.
Ada doktor.
Ada? Ke dia ada pakai yang pamplet
No.
ke?
Tak ada.
Tak ada?
Pakai.
Yes, just like typing only.
Oh, I tak
Typing.
tahu lah type lambat sikit lah. Macam ni boleh? Alright.
Doktor tak nampak? Okay.
Doktor, okay.
Okay, kurangkan muka I sikit kot. Tak nampak, I pun tak nampak kat macam tu. Okay.
Kami
So,
nampak.
father to Ahmad Ahmad to PSB, PSB to third party cara kita dia. Okay? So father to Ahmad, dia ada, then you kena tahu this one is a, to the father is a no gain, no loss.
No gain, no loss.
To Ahmad, you kena decide how much is the acquisition price. So Ahmad punya acquisition price kena balik pada father punya acquisition price kan? Acquisition price of Ahmad is
Yes.
AP of father campur permitted expenses. I have told you about permitted expenses. Permitted expenses ni it goes back. Kalau disposal price tu, whatever cost incurred for renovation and the title of the property, that will be your permitted expenses. Yeah. So AP of father plus PE incurred by father will be AP of Ahmad. Okay. On top of that, PSB also give Ahmad in return. Ahmad bagi property. In return, PSB bagi shares. And the shares, how much is the cost? Oh, sorry. Transfer the land to company controlled by him for 2 million, maknanya dia bagi cash 200,000, maknanya 1.8. So it's more than 70% kan? So shares ni is RPC, real property shares. So the transfer of property to PSB by Ahmad, and happen that PSB is a controlled company, the transfer to Ahmad is a no gain, no loss. Kena cerita benda tu semua. Ya. Ahmad transfer property to a controlled company, and in return, dia punya condition tu dua. Satu, you transfer to a controlled company. Number two is that you ada dapat shares in return. Kalau you don't fulfill any of these, then dia tak fall into real property shares. Dia tak fall into this condition. Yeah? Alright. So, bila you transfer the shares is real property shares, so disposal of these real property shares will attract liquidity. Alright? But PSB, bila dia transfer pada third party, you akan compete macam disposal biasa. Remember, PSB is not an individual, so dia tak ada exemption. But AP PSB is actually AP of Ahmad. Yeah, AP of the property for PESB ni is AP of Ahmad. So kita tengok AP of Ahmad, patah balik lah. Benda ni lah. Ya, patah balik kat sini. But then disposal price, of course disposal price yang biasa lah. But of course dia boleh campur juga, dia punya incidental cost can be included. Alright, so disposal price akan tolak minus incidental cost incurred. For example, at the bottom, ada incidental expenses incurred for the disposal of the property, 80,000 and 25,000, that will be disposal price, part of the disposal price of PSB. Right, so you kena buat satu-satu lah. Okay, okay, let's start from the father. Father transfer to Ahmad, father no gain, no loss. Settle. Ahmad, alright, property from the father, AP equals IP of father, plus any permitted expenses incurred by father. How much the AP incurred by father? Ahmad inherited 7 July. Estate land was acquired by his father on 15 for 750,000. His father incurred 60,000. 750. Okay. Sekejap Okay. So how you decide on the acquisition price of Ahmad?
Check the acquisition price of the father.
Okay. But in this case, all right, it was inherited from late father who passed away tau. Dia bukan gift. Dia inheritance. So topik ni sebenarnya I tak cover lagi. Oops. Topik ni dekat belakang. Kan I dah cover dalam I punya YouTube. Ada tak?
Belum.
Alah,
Belum.
Cepat je you punya belum tu Okay ni kat sini. On page. Ni, this is person. Page 611. Are you seeing this? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Bila in this case sebab dia bukan give during his life tau. Dia beza. Macam kita panggil hibah kan. Ini dah kira dah mati, benda tu jatuh dekat dia. The devolution of asset from a deceased person to his beneficiary or the executor would be treated as a transaction that give no gain, no loss to this father lah. So in this case, bapak dia mati. Bapak dia baru bagi dekat Ahmad. Right? Bila dia mati baru dapat tanah tu. So no RPG is payable by the deceased person. So to the father is no gain, no loss. Tapi the executor would be deemed to have acquired. So executor ni is you only RPGT Oh hari tu I cover dekat advanced test. Executor is the person appointed, alright, to manage the wealth of a deceased person. Kadang-kadang is executor, sometimes kita panggil dia administrator. Yeah. So in this case, bila you transfer your asset, you dah mati. Alright. So ada mesti someone to manage your wealth. So in this case, katalah executor deemed to have acquired the real property at the market value at the date of death of the deceased person. Nampak tak? Schedule for exemption is not available to executor to mitigate. So in this case, kalau dia bagi pada executor. Legatee receive a real property under the will. Legatee is deemed to have acquired real property at the date of transfer. From the executor, acquisition price would be deemed to be the market value at the time of transfer. So in this case, you tak ada executor. Dia tak ada mention about executor. Maknanya daripada late father tu terus pada Ahmad. But the AP is actually the market value. Right? AP equals to market value. Not AP of father plus PE, but the market value. Kenapa market value? Because this one is the harta pusaka dah. Alright. So in that case, you kena tengok market value. So bila AP market value actually is better because bila market value lah, you punya DP minus AP. Alright. So market value normally is higher than the normal AP. So bila AP tinggi, chargeable gain you akan rendah lah. It is good lah. Alright. For this person. So in this case, the AP of the in this case is not the AP of father, but actually is the market value. How much is the market value? The ownership of the land was transferred to Ahmad on 1st August. So dia punya acquisition
1.9 million.
1st August, then that would be 1.9 million. So that is the acquisition price of Ahmad. Clear ya? Okay. What is your disposal price? To Ahmad bila dia transfer pada PSB is a no gain no loss. Kena cerita that part. Yeah, you have to say that okay, when you Ahmad transfer to a company controlled by him, in return dapat shares more than 75% in the form of shares, then the transfer give right to no gain, no loss. Okay, what about the shares now? Bila shares dapat kat dia, dia akan jadi RP shares. Bila RP shares, you dispose later. Yeah, Ahmad transferred the land and then dia dapat 200,000, 1.8 million. Okay. What is the EP of the shares? So dia dispose kan? Ahmad sold shares for 5 million. So shares to disposal price of the shares equals to 5 million. What is the AP of the shares? AP of the shares kena tengok balik. Mana dia? Dia bawa intervivo kan? Sini. Is transferer individual. The disposal of real property by individual to company will be treated as no gain, no loss. But the shares acquired will be deemed as chargeable asset. So acquisition date tadilah. Maknanya hari yang dia transfer lah. The date of transfer of the real property by the individual to the company. Acquisition price of the shares will be transferer acquisition price for the property. Okay, transferer acquisition price of the property. Dia tak tengok tak berapa you dapat shares kat sini. Dia tengok how much is the AP of the transferer. So AP is that 1.9 million. Right? Permitted expense incurred by him tak ada. But money payment received by him. How much dia terima? 200.2 million. Betul? 200,000 tadi dia terima kan? So the AP is 1.9 minus cash you receive is 200,000 kat sini. This one, tak mahu lah pula. Cari kali-kali. 200,000 tu is the money payment received by Ahmad. So that one will be deducted from here. So kat sini AP is 1.7 million. So DP 5 million, acquisition price is 1.7. What we are chargeable gain
3.3 million.
is kat sini lah pula chargeable gain is 3.3 million. Siapa yang dispose shares? Ahmad ke PSB? Ahmad. So bila Ahmad is an individual, you always give him exemption. 10,000 or 10%. So you nak bagi berapa? Susah lah.
10%.
You bagi 10% lah. 300,000 kan? 3.3 million. So 3% is 300,000. Is it? 330,000.
30,000. 33,000.
Dia punya chargeable gain is 3.3 million. Mana dapat 3.3 million? 5 million disposal price dengan acquisition price is 1.7. So chargeable gain is 3.3 million and then your exemption is 10% of that, which is 330,000. From there, you dapat berapa? 2,970. So this is the amount that you have to pay tax. How much is the tax rate? Then you kena tengok holding period of the shares. But ini cakap pasal shares kan? So holding period of the shares, it go back lah. You tengok balik. Bila you beli transfer the property, transfer
August.
mana? Salah, bukan November ah. You transfer the property to the company kan? You transfer sini, you transfer property to company, you dapat shares. So that is the acquisition date of the shares lah, which is
November 1.
November.
1st November 2017. You dispose bila? July 2019 kan? So you tahu dah this one is within 3 years. Bila within 3 years the rate is? What's the rate?
20%.
Bukan
30%.
30%. So 30% lah you punya tax liability. So how much is your tax liability for that? 2,970 times by 30%, you should get how much?
891.
891,000 kan? So that is your RPGT payable on the shares or on the property? Kita kira apa ni? Kita kira apa ni?
Property.
Shares. On the shares. Property tadi no gain no loss sayang. Ni kira pasal shares ni. Bila you dispose the shares, then you have to kira berapa is acquisition price, berapa disposal price, and then tax liability on the disposal of the shares is 891,000. So dah settle banyak cerita ni. Satu, father. Father no gain no loss sebab mati. Deceased person. Ahmad acquisition price. Acquisition price would be at market value. Why? Because this one fall under the deceased person. Dia bukan fall under inter vivo macam biasa. Ya, mula-mula tadi I mention inter vivo tapi lupa pasal deceased person tu. Okay. So then transfer to PSB dapat shares tu you dah kira settle. Sekarang nak kira PSB pula. Boleh? Padam Nak kira PSB, dia ambil property tu daripada Ahmad and then dia jual property pada third party. So untuk PSB, what is the AP of the property? AP untuk, okay, dia dekat sini. 18.3 ada. Transferee, which is the company, the transferring company is deemed to have acquired the real property at the individual's original acquisition cost plus the permitted expenses. So AP of Ahmad tadi berapa? 1.9 million kan?
1.9 million.
1.9 ke 1.8? 1.9. Okay.
Now,
What is the disposal price? Okay, dah dapat dah. Disposal price dia berapa? How much you sell the property for?
6 million.
5 million.
6 million.
Salah. 5 million tu shares lah sayang.
6 million.
And for a 6 million. Yang million je dia orang ni Okay, 6 million tapi dia ada incidental cost. Plus or minus?
Minus.
Minus 80,000 minus 25,000.
35,000.
Dapat berapa?
50, 100.
4, 3. Ada lagi lah. Tertinggal satu benda. Sekejap Ada satu lagi benda. Apa yang tertinggal? Tengok balik.
Improvement works on the estate.
So that one macam renovation semua tu lah. Minus 1.5 million. So dia ada 3 benda ya. Satu, disposal price is 6 million. Then you have incidental cost 80,000 to 55,000. But remember that masa you beli that property, masa you ambil property tu, then you buat renovation. Right, you buat processing mill that cost you 1.5 million. So that one will be deducted from the disposal price. So daripada sini, then you dapat you punya disposal price. How much is it?
4395.
4395. So compare lah kat sini. Disposal price 4395,000. So is it again? Yes. Of course, when DP is more than your EP, you have a chargeable gain. How much your chargeable gain?
495.
2495 kan?
Yes.
Alright. So what is the rate? Ini tak ada exemption. Kenapa tak ada exemption?
Bukan
The company.
individual.
It's not an individual. Alright. So company tak ada exemption. So lepas tu berapa? Holding period berapa lama? First November 2017 and then they dispose 2019. Oh banyak juga
Less than 3 years.
Oh ya ke?
That's less than 3 years.
Okay, less than 3 years lah, 30%. Kita dah dapat dah. Right, so it should be how much the tax liability? 7. Dapat tak? Dah dapat.
Dapat.
Okay.
748.
748,500 kan?
500.
So, settle lah soalan ni. So, jawab what is the RPGT payable by Ahmad on the disposal of the shares, RPGT payable by PSB on the disposal of the property. Tapi untuk dapatkan tu cerita dia panjang. Ya, it's not that. Tapi kalau you buat macam tu cantik, senang je. Makin dia tik je. Semua figure dah bagi Nak letak, nak susun je. Macam jigsaw puzzle.
Doctor, can I ask a question?
Yes.
So in this case, the 748,500 is paid by the third party. The tax payable is paid by the third party, right?
The mana? The 3%.
Oh, the 748,500.
But third party, PSB lah bayar. Dia yang jual.
Oh, okay.
Ayo. Tapi third party still kena withhold 3%. Whenever the disposal, acquirer kena withhold tax 3% bayar pada RB. Tapi this one is PSB lah kena. RPGT is on the disposal. Okay. Lagi soalan? So, ada improvement tak in your understanding?
Ada.
Yes.
Ada.
So,
Of course.
am I fast? Fast juga Aduh, masalah. Tak dapat perbaiki lagi. Okay. Then question number 2. Then you have question number 3, right? Siapa yang dah exhausted?
No.
Boleh tak? You question number 3 tu nanti dah akan hilang benda ni. Question number 3 kita ada 8 minit lagi, tak apa. Kalau hilang tu kita buat baru. How many student kita ada ni? 63. Total patutnya ada berapa? Wang, mana Wang?
Yes.
Oh, you lah Wang. Oh, padahal you kelas. Kalau you tak jawab nanti mati lah. Okay, berapa total number of students Wang?
Should be 70 something.
Wah, mana pergi banyak sangat hilang ni? Macam mana nak ambil attendance ah? Dia kata nanti ambil dekat macam mana buat I don't know. Tak apalah, nantilah fikir. Dia kata as long as nampak number of students kat situ. Nantilah Wang terror lah. Nanti dia tolong snapshot untuk I. Okay, let's go to question number 3. I want you, we take a break now while you're doing. Tapi I will on this video untuk 8 minit supaya if there is any question you can ask me. So maknanya RPGT tu I dah cover from page to page lah sebab I dah cover pasal the deceased person. Alright, the legacy tadi tu. Oh, ada satu lagi lah, exemption for companies tu I tak cover lagi. Banyak sangat ni lah. Okay, dia ada kat sini. You all dah baca belum? Dia ada exemption. Family code. Ni exemption for companies ni 71A, 71B and C lah. Ya. Nanti saya terangkan sikit. Remind me to explain on that after kita punya question number 3. Okay. Question number 3 is on John O kan? Bila you baca John O ni, masa soalan ni I buat macam masa lepas tengok cerita John Wick lah lebih kurang. Ya, I buat nama John O. Okay. Alright, so you may start doing that question first. Or maybe you just want to go through the question because apa-apa pun, before you start doing, you must really understand the scenario of the question. Right? Ada berapa scenario, ada berapa properties. And that will help you to prepare your answer better lah. Okay, if you have any question, I will just Shaheen, if any part that you don't understand, you let me know. I'm sorry that I think I talk in Malay. Unintentionally. Sinilah dia nak ada bateri. The session have about 5 more minutes. I think that I will stop here and I will come back in 15 minutes break. All right, we'll come back at 3:20. Is that okay?
Okay, doctor.
Yes, doctor.
I'll see you soon.
Okay.
Right. I end the session, yeah.